1.4. Mule, a quick tutorial. To frame the examples in this book, we hereby introduce you to Prancing Donkey Maltworks Incorporated. Prancing Donkey is a rapidly expanding, medium-sized, US-based microbrewery. Its small but competent development group has selected Mule to ease the integration pains as they grow. Our tour of Mule will begin with a tutorial. You'll build an application to allow third parties to register products for sale on www.theprancingdonkey.com, Prancing Donkey's online store. This application will allow Prancing Donkey's partners to post product data, formatted as JSON, to an HTTP URL. Once the data is accepted, it will be transformed from its original format, a stream of bytes, into a string and placed in a JMS queue from which subsequent processing can take place. This tutorial will demonstrate common tasks you'll perform when building applications with Mule. You'll start by creating a new Mule project for your application using Mule Studio. You'll then author an integration flow to process product data and test it with an embedded version of the Mule server in Mule Studio. You'll formalize this test by writing a functional test to programmatically assert that your flow behaves the way you expect. Finally, you'll download the Mule server and deploy your packaged application to it, demonstrating a typical life cycle of building, testing, and deploying a Mule application. 1.4.1. Installing Mule Studio. Mule Studio can be downloaded from www.mulesoft.org. Once you download it, uncompress the archive and double-click on the Mule icon, and you'll be presented with a screen like the one in Figure 1.3. Figure 1.3. Launching Mule Studio. Before you can create a project, you'll need to install the Mule Community Runtime. To do this, click Help and then Install New Software. In the screen that follows, expand the drop-down list prefixed with Work With, and select Mule ESB Runtimes for Studio. Finally, select Mule ESB Server Runtime 3.4.0 CE, as illustrated in Figure 1.4. Figure 1.4. Installing the Community Runtime. You can now click Create a Project to get started. Figure 1.5. Figure 1.5. Creating a new Mule project. Here you set the project's name, give it a description, and select the Mule runtime, in this case, Mule 3.4.0 Community Edition, which is the most recent as of this writing. Clicking Next again gives you the opportunity to enable Maven for this project. Skip this part, and the next few steps, by clicking Next, and then you'll click Finish to start authoring your flow. Figure 1.6. Figure 1.6. Defining the initial flow. After you set the name and description of the flow, you can dive in and use Mule Studio to graphically define your integration.